politician, gbogbo senator, olè níyìn, ẹjọ́ owó wa. Àwa ń ṣiṣẹ́, olè lẹ́yìn já, ká tó rówó, a máa dààmú gan, gbogbo owó wa. Lẹ́jìn kó jẹ, Yàyà Bello, tó jí billions, ẹ fi sílẹ̀, ó ṣàyè lọ, ẹ ṣe kọ́kọ́, lórí kíni. Nnamdi Kanu, ẹ ti mọ́lé, ẹni ẹlẹ́ni, kílẹ̀ ló ṣe. Igbo people, ẹ jára yín, make una wake up, fight for your man. Nnamdi Kanu, kẹsàn ọdọọgùn, tọ́ba gbé mú wá, ẹ fọwọ́ nímú, tọ́ba gbójú wá, ẹ ju ojú wọn. Nnamdi Kanu, oníkẹsàn ọdọọgùn, ẹ ń ṣe eré, orí yín burú, ẹ ń ṣe eré, mo ló ti rẹ̀ yín gan, ẹ ń ṣe eré, orí yín burú, ẹ ń ṣe eré, mo ló ti rẹ̀ yín gan, ẹ ń ṣe eré, orí yín burú, ẹ ń ṣe eré, mo ló ti rẹ̀ yín gan, ẹ ń ṣe eré, orí yín burú, ẹ ń ṣe eré, mo ló ti rẹ̀ yín gan, ẹ ń ṣe eré, orí yín burú, ẹ ń ṣe eré, mo ló ti rẹ̀ yín gan, ẹ ń ṣe eré, orí yín burú, ẹ ń ṣe eré, mo ló ti rẹ̀ yín gan.
Good morning, welcome to this channel. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. Mr. Chinedu, today is April 29, being the day that Nnamdi Kanu case will be resumed again before Justice Omotosho. What should be our expectations today? Are we going to see a new dimension, or are they going to annoy Nnamdi Kanu again?
Looking at Nnamdi Kanu from the beginning of his trial, this we're talking about close to 5 years now, he has been in detention. But I want to borrow a word from a Cameroonian chief judge that made a very clear statement about Nnamdi Kanu. And he said it, after watching Nnamdi Kanu, that he see Nnamdi Kanu as a higher reality, and there's no court, there's no nation, there's no country in this world that can win that kind of case. That Nnamdi Kanu has successfully, through this agitation and possibly setting a certain trap for the federal government to fall into, place Biafra at a global stage now, that people are already giraffing to know what is really inside, what is actually happening, what is it all about Biafra. So it's a master strategy. It's a guy who has shown resilience. It's a guy who has come to reality. It's a Pan-Africanist, and from what we are seeing today, James Omotosho should also know very well that we don't want to see an issue where that will trigger Nnamdi Kanu going confrontational, because he will if there's anything that allows that at this point in time. You can see how Nnamdi Kanu is being very conscious, about everything, every step he's taken. He shows that he's a very intelligent man. He has already put Nigeria on the spotlight in terms of what he talked about. He never committed any offense, and there's nobody that has come out apart from Nigeria, Buhari and Tinubu, that said Nnamdi Kanu committed offense. Nigerian government said Nnamdi Kanu committed. The whole world did not say. No, in Canada, IPOB is recognized. Everywhere IPOB is in Finland. Everywhere IPOB, but in Nigeria, because Nnamdi Kanu stood against the agenda that is taking lives of Nigerians, millions, thousands of Nigerians today, and more especially, Nnamdi Kanu is not going to likely seek for any political solution, as they've been. He has refused a lot of things, from federal government, and he's facing, terrorism charges currently now, and already 45, as I can tell you, with 19 lawyers. 3 powerful sons, and to tell you that the case is going to be, a serious firework, as we are seeing currently now. The Igbos cannot take it any longer. The IPOB cannot take it any longer, and the Eastern region cannot take it any longer. Whether you're a politician in Nigeria or not, whether you're working with Nigerian government or not, that is not our business. But remember that justice delayed is justice denied. Nnamdi Kanu has been going through. It's not as if the Igbo people does not know what to do, but we are calling this word attention to the issue that has to do with Nnamdi Kanu, to show Biafra solidarity, because we are upon still that Nnamdi Kanu stood for the truth. We are being killed on daily basis. Nnamdi Kanu never jumped bail. Nnamdi Kanu never go contrary to whatever Nigerian government has tagged him. He has finally dwarfed them on the issue of felony, treasonable charges. Now they brought terrorism charges against
How
him.
do you think they were going to substantiate terrorism?
The collapse of an entity called Nigeria will start from today. I can tell you that. Nigeria will cease to become a nation any moment from now, depending on the direction. Because it can come quick, it can come faster, it can be delayed. But I can tell you, depending on the approach, this James Omotosho, is going to take it from. You are subjecting Nnamdi Kanu to a fresh trial. And it's a wrong signal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu to understand that, you cannot take the old Eastern region and merge it with the Fulanese. Nobody will take that from you, and nobody will going to take it. As simple as that. Anything you like to do, and you cannot bring Southern unity at this point because you are carrying injustice. You are carrying what does not belong to you. That is the truth. Any type of unity you are seeking for from the South, you should go and do that in the North because that's where you belong. That are the people that brought you. I think the people don't know what they are doing. The likes of Tombolo, the likes of eminent people from that region does not know the game the Fulanese and the British played against Eastern region. It's becoming very clear now. So for you to start tinkering, moving towards the direction of political pushing of Fulani agenda using governors, it will be resisted, and we are watching because at no point in time would you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, take away what belongs to Delta people and give it to the Fulanese. It cannot happen, and that is what Nnamdi Kanu stood for.
How do you think the Southeast will react if Nnamdi Kanu released today? Will it bring peace, or the celebrations degenerate, or some people it will intensify the calling for Biafra?
Of course, Nnamdi Kanu, like I said now, Nnamdi Kanu have already, after it has rejected political solution to whatever they are bringing, whatever treaty, whatever agreement, whatever thing they want to bring on the table for Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu is wiser than them, and that was he was able to tell Nigerians what is coming to Nigeria before it came to Nigeria. He's wiser. They pretend a lot. Nigerian system. They call themselves president and leaders and governors of this country. From both north and south, they do not like Nigeria. They don't even believe in Nigeria. So let us tell them to their face that they do not love Nigeria, and that for the fact they do not love Nigeria, they are not able to fix Nigeria for 64 years. According to them, they say Nigeria is 64 years old or 65 years old. But I can tell you, Nigeria is over 500 years old.
But it was not called Nigeria then.
So it does not matter, and that is what we are saying, that what we do, I keep on saying that Africa should rise, and we are having two powerful figures now in Africa. I was talking about Ibrahim Traore, and we are talking about Nnamdi Kanu, and these two people are being looked upon as people who are going to pioneer the new Africanism, and that is the fact. So if Nnamdi Kanu is being released today, bros, it does not change anything. What we are looking at is that what is the next step we are going to do, because we want to be free and defend our fatherland as soon as possible. Because what is coming, Nigerian people, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is pretending over it. He released his brothers and left Nnamdi Kanu there. And Nnamdi Kanu to face charges.
Are you referring to Sunday Igbo?
Of course, and some of them too, So Nnamdi Kanu should first try here, and the guy is ready, fortified, happy, coming out, stronger on daily basis, and let the world is watching how the Nigerian government is going to use Omotosho again to manipulate the Nigerian judiciary and watch Nnamdi Kanu's outburst.
Mr. Chinedu, before we go, how did we get here? Because I could remember before 1914, before the amalgamation, the South and the North, we have always been partners in trade. I could remember in Yoruba land here, we usually export something to that side, like our cola nut, our orange, usually go to the north, and when our women are coming, they will bring pomo, that is a cow skin, and all sorts of things. Kuli, they bring it from that side. And I know that Igbo people, they are business people. There is no way they will not relate with the North. So how did we get here? Because before this amalgamation, I think we have been a partner. Apart from Yoruba here, that we have some, controversial, like Ilorin case and Oyo. How did we get here?
I can tell you, to the surprise to everybody, the British government should be held responsible of what is happening to the most black populous nation in the world. And already some hours as I started issuing a statement that Nigeria should be renamed to Biafra because it has been believed that the first capital of Nigeria was in the north, Zungeru, before it was moved to Lokoja or Lokoja to Zungeru, whichever way, you understand? And that the domineering economic influence as at that time, I'm talking about, 18th, 15th, 16th century and thereabout, we are done by the Igbos, so the average Hausa man is a traditional pagan, and who is a farmer, So, but in terms of, bringing cohesion and liberalization of economy, of civility, the Igbo people were there in the north to carry out that. The Hausa man was not actually violent.
And peaceful at that time. Peaceful coexistence.
I'm just telling you, until Lord Lugard, imported somebody they called himself, Usman Dafodio. I haven't met him somewhere around Gambia or Punta Jalon, because I believe that this is not the only place Lord Lugard, handled the issue of colonization. He has done it in some other African countries before he came to Nigeria. I can tell you that. So he planted them because he saw resistance. He tried direct rule in the eastern part of the country. It never worked. Okay, look at the original map of the entire old eastern region was the one the Portuguese presented. You can see how the British came and spoiled it and divided. You can say this and that. There's no ethnic nationality in the world today that does not have minorities. So they allowed the Fulanis to come, and the Fulanis are instigating because they said one man told them that the resources in the Biafran land belongs to them and they must take it by force.
And they are taking it now.
That is how we got there where we are today. And that is actually what is playing out in the court where Nnamdi Kanu is facing a trial. That trial you are saying, I believe by God's grace, is going to turn to something good for Biafrans and recognition and sovereignty of the most popular, let me use that word, Jewish black nation in Africa. It will emerge. It's not a matter of course. There's no theory. There's nothing. The 85% of Igbos all over the world, their consciousness, has already been built on Biafra. And the rejected Nigerian army, the rejected Nigerian police, we can do without them. They had crude oil for how many years? Has Igbos died? We know what to do. The people know what to do. We are suffering every day, learning expertise, taking risks, making sure we survive. We are the only tribe in Nigeria that does it. No other tribe does it. Go and check record. We are the most traveled, sixth most traveled in the world, sixth most traveled in the world, fourth most richest in the world. Even after the war, we are millions, over 7 million Igbos were murdered. And you think, and continuously, they are still pretending as if they don't know that Igbo was part of the amalgamation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.